Hey, you guys, what's up? It's May. Oh my gosh, where the hell did April go? April went by so quickly, y'all, that I completely forgot to send you guys a newsletter. So we're just going to combine April and May in this one, and I'll just hit you with some good stuff. How are you guys? How is your heart? How is your mind? How does your body feel? Where is your spirit right now? What's your energy telling you about you? How are you? Really? I know we've had a lot of quiet alone time, but are you genuinely asking yourself how you're doing and getting quiet enough to listen? There is positivity in this pandemic, y'all. And my last few days have really been focused in on that. What has been the positivity in this pandemic? Because as we're starting to see parts of the country open up and hear the reports on what it's looking like and how people are feeling, it really is the realness of the fact that we're going to get back in the ebb and flow of things. That realness is coming to light. And oddly enough, a part of me is not really ready for it yet. I have had a lot of ups and downs and emotions during this time, as I'm sure many of you have. But I'm now in this flow where I'm seeing so much of the abundance and the positivity of what this has brought for us, in addition to all the suffering and the loss. But right now, trying to focus in on the positivity. So that's what I wanted to make this video about, and really allow some moments in the questions that I'm asking, in the stories that I'm sharing about my personal journey. Where are you? How is this relatable? What questions have you been asking yourself? And how are you finding the positivity in this pandemic? So, starting with grace. Let's just start there. Giving ourselves grace. You know, man, we can really speak negatively of ourselves, and to think we can still go hard on ourselves when we have been experiencing something as drastic as a global pandemic, and we're still beating ourselves up mentally. I'll give you a perfect example. For me, I have been beating myself up, y'all, because I know I have put on some weight during this. You think about your daily routines and think about yourself. Even on the weeks maybe you didn't go to the gym as often, or you ate out a little bit more, had a few more happy hours during the week, so you knew you weren't as on your routine. You were still moving and grooving, walking from here and there on your feet, ebbing and flowing. But now a lot of us are sitting still a lot more. So I am starting to feel the impacts and actually see it on my body, and I was beating myself up for that. Like, you usually would look like this or feel this way. Dang, Coco, step your game up, like get it going. So I'm giving myself these pep talks, which is good, but not giving myself enough of the quiet time and grace to be like, you know what, Coco, you're doing your best. Of course, you're not going to be walking as much everywhere, because where are you walking to? Everything's closed. You're still doing your best to get these workouts in. They may not be as hardcore. They may not be as satisfying, but you're still doing it. You're still moving your body. You're still meditating. You're still breathing. You're still drinking water. You're still sleeping. So where have you been able to find those moments where you catch yourself going in on yourself, beating yourself up? Oh, I've gained 10 pounds. Oh, you hop on the scale every day, or you're trying on stuff that doesn't feel the same, or you know how you're feeling when you're taking one too many trips back to the fridge or to the pantry, like with the stuff you're saying. But even in all of that, how can you, if you haven't done it yet, start to take the moments of grace? Give yourself as many moments of the grace as you've been given of the negative self-talk. So that's where this is that time to start thinking about how are we going to handle this moving forward. And that grace is huge. Thinking about in the power and the positivity of this pandemic, Where have been some areas that you've grown? Like maybe there were things that you'd been saying forever that you wanted to go after that for whatever reason you've been put off, overwhelmed at work, never got to it, other things took precedence. But where have you given yourself the time during this to go after it, to try it? I'm really proud of myself with my writing. I have been writing. I'm always the journaler, little notes. You know, even right now, I have like, there's something different in all of these, you know, writing stuff down. But like, I have not been taking the intentional time to sit down and write, to construct, to take the stories and weave them into these colorful words on a paper to create imagery and feeling, and that has been so exhilarating. So think about, where have you grown, areas that you wanted to grow in that you've focused attention on. Cooking, I've been experimenting with so much more cooking, which is probably where the weight gain has come. But that's grace, you know what I mean? I'm telling myself, you know what, Coco, listen, you got some new recipes, you up in here handling this, your food is tasting great. You know, I've been having my sister over more, cooking for her, and just, where can I give myself grace in a moment where I instinctively want to give myself some negative self-talk. That's the power of flipping that around, and I've had to really channel that a lot more. Let's see here, what else? Okay, here's some other things that I know I've personally been thinking about that I'm just want to throw out as questions for you. Where have you felt instant growth in yourself? Not instant, let me remove that word. Maybe it's taking you a little while. But where have you seen an area develop? You know, maybe you've gotten a really cool routine down with a workout class that you do, or you have a weekly group chat or a Zoom call that you do with friends from college. Like, what is something you've consistently stuck to that feels really awesome that you want to even carry with you, that you've developed into a habit that you're like, you know what, this feels great. I'm not letting this go. What is that for you? Think about that. Give yourself a pat on the back for it. Oh, here's a good one. I've already kind of hinted on where mine was, but what have you given intentional time to? Like my sister Noelle, I went over to her house for brunch recently, and she is looking so good. Like, I can tell she has slimmed down. She's given such intentional time to these daily walks that she takes, and waking up and doing her floor mat exercise, you know? So it's like, what if you focus some intentional time on and you're seeing the positive value out of it? Here's a good one. And a lot of these are linked. What has been something new you developed? Like, it's something that wasn't in your routine and you just started it totally new. And think about what made it start. That's another deeper layer that we sometimes skip over. What was the changing point? What was the trigger that got you to try this and stick to it? Was it something you said to yourself? Was it a story you heard? What was it that was like, you know what, this is it. I'm doing it. That's the exciting thing to explore. What caused the change? Let's see here. And you know what? I always love to understand, what are you learning about yourself, and how do these new revelations, how do they really make you feel? Even if the feelings make you uncomfortable, like, how are you sitting in your discomfort? How are you really sitting quietly enough to see, gosh, where do I feel this in my body? Where does this come from? Sitting quietly in our uncomfortableness. Whew, buddy, does that take practice? But it is incredibly insightful. So think about how you are finding positivity in this pandemic. Where are you experiencing growth? How have you tried something new and stuck to it? How do you want to see bringing these healthy new things forward with you? All right. I hope you are doing well. It is Tuesday. Oh my gosh, it is Cinco de Mayo. Ooh, I might need to get stuff to make a margarita. Anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all. Be positive with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Be easy, be chill, pump yourself up, post up some notes, read them every day. Listen, if ain't nobody told you, I'm telling you, you are the shit. Coach with Coco signing off. Mwah. Much love, y'all. Bye-bye.